Hello and welcome. A lot has been happening both locally and internationally, and we will bring to you all the details during the next 30 minutes as you're watching News Tonight with me, Linda Hercules. But first, it's the top headlines. Jayalalitha promises an end to fuel prices today as AIADMK cadres protest against Centre for a rollback in petrol price. Chief Minister Jayalalitha to campaign on the 7th of June in Pudukkottai for Karthik Thondiyaman, her candidate. Huge rush of people outside Eden Garden for the KKR felicitation. Police resort to mild lathi charge. As Jagan Mohan Reddy applies for bail, TDP President Chandrababu Naidu hits out at him, calls the case bigger than the 2G scam. ND Tiwari is made to give his blood sample in the paternity case filed against him. Mumbai Sessions Court grants bail to all the 7 accused in the Adarsh case for a surety of 5 lakh rupees each. News in detail. With the ongoing fuel crisis in Chennai heating up day by day, Chief Minister Jayalalitha asserted that with the arrival of 67,000 kilolitres of petrol and diesel at the Chennai port, the crisis will come to an end tonight. The Chief Minister, who held a meeting at the Secretariat to chalk out ways to overcome the shortage of fuel, stated that the immediate distribution of the fuel from the port would bring an end to the crisis. Besides, the government had also arranged for a delivery of 2,000 kilolitres of diesel from Bangalore to Chennai through road. Meanwhile, the AIADMK staged a protest condemning the steep hike in petrol announced last week. Protests were staged across the state before the central government offices. The party had organized protests in 5 places in Chennai. Slogans demanding a rollback of the hike were raised during the protests, which saw the presence of Chennai Mayor Saidai Duraiswamy and other key functionaries of the AIADMK party.
Unheard of escalation of petroleum price in our country. The petroleum price has affected the poor to a very great extent. The common man is very badly affected. Already they are suffering a lot because of an economic crisis due to the spiraling price hike in the country.
This is too much. In one day they have raised the petrol price to 7 rupees 50 paise. That means it works out to 77 rupees 50 paise. This is too much for poor people. They cannot go in even bicycles or rickshaws because they will all raise their rent. So this is a very bad move by the central government. We don't agree to this and we will continue our agitation till they roll back the price.
On a wider view, Kolkata Knight Riders' grand victory celebrations turned murkier today when police lathi-charged crowds outside the Eden Garden Stadium where the West Bengal government felicitated the IPL winning team. The police were reportedly forced to resort to mild lathi-charge on the crowd after some fans broke through the barricades when they were unable to enter the stadium. The roads of Kolkata were blocked by thousands of enthusiastic fans who had gathered to take a glimpse of the Knight Riders. Kolkata accorded a warm reception to the victorious Kolkata Knight Riders team owned by Bollywood star Shah Rukh Khan. The supporters of the team hailed them as they moved around in an open-top bus in the city with conveying their gratitude to their supporters. Indian cricketer and captain of the KKR team Gautam Gambhir along with other teammates expressed their happiness as the frenzied crowd cheered them up. It was a long wait for the KKR supporters as they had to wait for 4 years before their team won the title.
দারুণ অগ্নি বাণেরে কিন্তু তা সত্ত্বেও আমাদের কলকাতাকে জয় করেছে, বাংলাকে জয় করেছে। বাংলার মাটি, সভ্যতার মাটি, সংস্কৃতির মাটি, খেলার মাটি, সোনার মাটি। আমরা প্লেয়ারদের নিয়ে যখন যাব, আমি আমাদের সৌমিত্র অরিন্দদের বলবো জমাটি গান করতে এবং তারপরে আমরা ওখানে চলে যাব। শিবাজি, যেগুলো আমি বলে দিয়েছি, প্লিজ টেক কেয়ার। যখন আমরা কেক কাটবো তখন নাইট রাইডারদের যে গান আছে, সং, সেই সংটা করবে, ঠিক আছে? সবাই মিলে গাইবেন।
Moving on, the government is to file an appeal in the Supreme Court against the decision of Andhra Pradesh High Court quashing a 4.5% quota for minorities in the government organizations and institutions. Congress spokesperson Rashid Alvi, however, asserted that minority communities genuinely needed the reservation. Andhra Pradesh High Court quashed the Indian government's proposal to grant a 4.5% sub-quota to minorities out of 27% reservation for OBC in government jobs and educational institutions. The proposal was announced by the Congress in December 2012 in what was widely seen as a play to garner votes in the February-March 2012 assembly elections in 5 states.
Government of India has already given a statement to file an appeal in the Supreme Court, and government will file an appeal. We have respect for the judgment of the court, but at the same time, minorities, they need such kind of reservation. I request all governments, all state governments, they should consider this problem. It is very serious problem. Our government in Delhi, Uttarakhand government, they have taken steps in this regard. And I think all state governments, they should follow it.
Government has only come to the conclusion that 4.5% is a proportional reflection of their population, which has been recognized by the Mandal Commission. We have done this entirely on the basis of Mandal Commission, and our understanding is that we have done this on the basis of the Indira Sani case, and on the assumption that since the matter now stands before the Constitutional Bench feels that what the government decisions of Andhra Pradesh or for that matter any other state are concerned, they deserve a look at the level of the Constitutional Bench. And keeping all that in mind, we had done 4.5%. Therefore, we would obviously, in the circumstances, immediately, as quickly as possible, once we are ready, go to the Supreme Court by way of an SLP to appeal to the Supreme Court against the pronouncement of the Andhra Pradesh High Court.
YSR Congress party leaders have decided to meet the Chief Election Commissioner to talk of the injustice inflicted on their leader. Meanwhile, Jagan Mohan Reddy's mother and party honorary chief Y.S. Vijayamma has decided to start campaigning for the June 12 by-polls. Jagan's mother gave up her protest pass and seems to have taken over the reins of the party ahead of the by-elections in Andhra Pradesh. Jagan Mohan Reddy will not be able to campaign at his judicial custody ends on the 11th of June, a day before the crucial by-polls. Jagan's mother has also written to the Chief Election Commissioner to direct the CBI to release her son in a larger interest of democracy. In her letter, Vijayamma said that the CBI had arrested Jagan on the 27th of May, just 15 days before the by-elections, and that this was a part of a larger conspiracy to deprive his participation in the by-elections, and that if they could have waited 270 odd days, they could have waited for another 15 days, particularly when there was no possibility whatsoever for tampering with evidence. A closer look at the state, with the Pudukkottai by-polls fast approaching. Sources in the AIADMK say that the party supremo and Chief Minister Jayalalitha will campaign for a day on the 7th of next month and seek support for her party candidate. The constituency is going to polls on the 12th of June, and AIADMK is fielding Karthik Tondaiman as its candidate. It's clearly a two-cornered contest between the ruling party and the DMDK. Leader of opposition Vijay Kant is set to start campaigning from the 5th of June. Additional security has been provided to Tamil Nadu Governor K. Rosaya, as intelligence reports have reportedly sensed Maoist threats. Rosaya was instrumental in curbing many Naxalite activities during his tenure as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. He will be now brought under the Special Commando protection in addition to the Z+ category security already being provided to him. Following the intelligence reports, the state police also has planned to beef up the security in the events where the governor is to take part. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.